So as we remember who we are, we walk in a state of compassion. We walk fully grounded in love. And as we take that breath, we breathe in peace right now, right where we are. The Most High God, peace is within us now. Peace is all around us. Peace is in the world today for all humankind. Peace and perfect love of God, the Most High, is within you now, moving in you and through you and all around you. Right here, right now, as we take this breath, we breathe. Knowing right where we are, God is. So let's go into our meditation. Sit comfortably in your chair. Move your head from side to side. And take a God breath and breathe. And I want you to picture the heart space filled with the overflow of love. Love heals all things. Let's take that God breath and breathe. Feeling God's love moving in you, through you, and all around you. Feeling this rainbow of peace. Breathe. Take a God breath and breathe. Feel God's love all around you, supporting you now. Just take that breath and breathe. God's love is within me now and all around me. Right here, right now. God's love is within me and all around me right now. Breathe. His love is all around you, moving in you, through you, and all around you today. So as you take this breath, let go and bathe in love today. God breath and breathe. Knowing that loving, like healing energy is all around you right now. Take that God breath and feel peace, harmony is within you now. Peace and harmony is within you now. overflow. I am living in the overflow. Continue to take that God breath and breathe into the vibration of peace. Take a God breath and breathe. Bring your awareness back into the sacred space, fully conscious of where you are, right here, right now. Surround yourself in loving light energy, peace, joy, harmony, infinite intelligence, perfection is yours now. So as you take this God breath, we breathe. And we just bring our awareness back into the sacred space, the sacred room, knowing God is at the core center of our beings on this day. So move your head from side to side, fully conscious and aware of where you are. This concludes our meditation for today. Namaste.
Take a look at the person next to you. Say, God loves you and I love you too.
God loves you and I love you too.
Feel the love in a sanctuary. Now lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together.
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 We come together
in the name of love. We come together.
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 We come together in the name of love.
Now look at the person next to you. Say, I recognize the God in you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Now lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together.
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 We come together in the name of love.
We come together.
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 We come together in the name of love.
From every walk of life, every creed and color, in kinship we unite, in honor of the God and each other, yeah. Now look at the person next to you. Say, Namaste, I bow to you.
Namaste, I bow to you.
Feel the love in a sanctuary. Now lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together.
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 We come together in the name of love.
We come together.
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 We come together in the name of love.
We come together.
We come together.
We come together.
We come together. We come together in the name of love.
Here's Frankie. Hopefully.
Hello. Okay. Am I unmuted? Hello, can you hear me? Thank you, Gilman and Reverend Carrie. That was fun. Good morning. Good morning. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Frankie Jones, and I'm a member of the Board of Trustees. And it is indeed my honor to welcome you all to the Center for Spiritual Living. A little bit about us. Our center is an open and inclusive community that honors all people from every background, all races, sexual orientations, gender expressions, and spiritual paths. No matter who you are or where you are on your journey of faith, you are always welcome here. Our purpose is to awaken humanity to its spiritual magnificence. And our vision is a world that works for everyone. If you are here with us for the first time, please raise your hand and give us a wave. Do we have any newbies? Yay. All right, welcome to our service today. Now, if you're in the Zoom room, please unmute your microphone so that you can join all of us in the sanctuary in greeting one another. Well, doesn't look like anybody's here except me and David and Gilman and all of you. So welcome. Please enjoy our service. Now here's Gilman with some centering music.
In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. When I lose myself, when it seems that I've lost my way, when I go inside and quiet my mind, I can hear Spirit gently say, there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love.
Oh, that was wonderful, Gilman. Thank you. I invite you to turn within and just focus your attention on that sacred space within, where you know you are connected with divine intelligent spirits. For there's only one power, one presence. And this divine intelligent energy is the source of all there is. It's my source, it's your source. And just by that very truth, we are connected one to each other as we are connected with Spirit. And in this unity, I speak my word this morning for our center, for everyone here, for Reverend Carrie, blessing her with the message she brings to us today, and everyone here who takes part in this service, David and Gilman, and Brother Mark and Ed, and everyone who is here that serves on the board, and who is part of our membership and our congregation and our friends. We are all blessed to be here. It's an amazingly wonderful morning. And I just bless each and every one of us here as we move through our day in love and upliftment, taking this message today and put it into practical use in our life. And I am so grateful for the center, for everyone here, for the truth that is taught here, and the principles that are spoken of. And I release these words into the law of manifestation, knowing that all is in right order, and it is done, and so it is. Our reading today is from the Science of Mind textbook, page 35, from Ernest Holmes. There is a universal mind, spirit, intelligence that is the origin of everything. It is first cause. It is God. This universal life and energy finds an outlet in and through all that is energized and through everything that lives. There is one life back of everything that lives. There is one energy back of all that is energized. This energy is in everything. There is one spirit back of all expression. That is the meaning of the mystical saying, in him we live and move and have our being. Namaste.
This is a poem from 1906 by Howard A. Walter, and I set it to music by Sibelius. the foe, the friendless. I would be giving and forget the gift. I would be humble, for I know my weakness. I would look up Here's Reverend Carrie.
Thank you, Gilman. That was great. That was great. Good morning, everyone. It's good to see you all, and even the person on Zoom. We're happy to have her here too. All right. Well, today's title, according to our CSL outline for today, is Say Their Names. And as I was thinking about this subject this week, of course, it occurred to me that next week is Memorial Day, next Monday. And that's a time that we often set aside to remember those who have given their life for our country. And I have seen some really wonderful Memorial Day honorings of everyone who has made their transition into the next dimension. So it's a part of our culture to do that kind of thing, and it's a part in many cultures throughout the world. In Mexico, there is the Day of the Dead, and we have AIDS quilts that honor people who have passed from that horrendous disease. There's been a memorial in Washington, D.C. for all of the people who passed with COVID. So it's a part of our culture, and it's a part of many other cultures as well, to actually speak the names of those who have made their transition. And the reason that we do this is because we know that we are the divine, correct? We know that we are made in the image and likeness of God, right? Yes. Okay, good. Thank you for that resounding yes. So, thank you. And so what we want to remember is that every person that has made their transition is also made from the image and likeness of God, of Spirit, the divine. And so when we speak their names, we're speaking a name of God. We could be known as, Carrie, God as Carrie, God as Gilman, God as Janelle, God as anyone in this room. So when we speak the names of those who have passed on and are sitting in the third balcony this morning with us, what we know is that we are speaking the name of the divine that has been expressed as them. We're going to be doing that very thing this morning. So, and every person who has been a part of our lives, who have moved on, they have brought not only their power, but their story and their love to the planet and to us. And they influenced us, didn't they? Yes, I know of many who have influenced me. And all of what we are doing today just falls right in line with a portion of the CSL, the Centers for Spiritual Living, Global Vision Statement. And the part I'm reading to you says this: we envision a world in which we live and grow as one global family that respects and honors the interconnectedness of all life. A world where this kinship of all life prospers and connects through the guidance of spiritual wisdom and experience. We are honoring the interconnectedness of life in this process. So there are quite a few people who have come before us in the Centers for Spiritual Living global organization. And there are those who have contributed to this teaching. The Church of Religious Science is based on spiritual truth, ancient wisdom, and new thought. And there have been so many people who have contributed to that teaching. Now, of course, we know Ernest Holmes, who wrote The Science of Mind. He's the biggest contributor that we think of when we think of Centers for Spiritual Living or the Church of Religious Science. But can you think of any others? There are mystics like Lillian de Waters. Oh my goodness. She wrote some wonderful books. And I invite you to scan the library back there to find one of her writings. There's Emma Curtis Hopkins, who taught Ernest Holmes. Ernest sat at the feet of Emma. So did Charles and Myrtle Fillmore, who sat at the feet of Emma. They founded Unity, another New Thought organization. People who have really brought their teaching to us have really helped us form into this global organization that is making a tremendous difference on this planet, which, as I understand it, is exactly what Ernest Holmes wanted. He really didn't want a church. He wanted a supplement to all religions. And what we're seeing now, and have been seeing for the past 20, 30 years, is that people are catching on to what we're teaching because it's becoming mainstream now. Yay! Yeah. Yes, yes. So we need to make sure that we remember the people who brought us this teaching so that we can really honor them by just remembering them and saying their name, maybe reading a passage from one of their writings. It's important for us to do that from time to time. Now, we have names of people that we have heard in the news who have also made a contribution to our life, and people who have passed on as a part of this life cycle, a part of this learning process that we're all going through right now with the social kind of unrest that has been happening. And some of those people who have passed on have actually given their lives to help us as a global humanity truly understand what needs to happen in order for there to be that respect and that global interconnectedness that we talk about so much, that unity, that oneness. And I think it's important for us to speak their names as well. So I'm going to be doing that this morning because I want us to remember God as these people. There are so many more than what I'm going to read, so many more. Let me start at the beginning. Okay. Dante Wright, Marvin Scott III, Patrick Warren Sr., Vincent Del Monte, Angelo Quinto, Andre Hill, Casey Goodson Jr., A.J. Coombs, Sincere Pierce, Marcellus Stinnett, Sean Reed, Michael Ramos, Daniel Prude, Brianna Taylor, Manuel Ellis, William Green, John Neville, Jonathan Price, Dijon Kazee, Rayshard Brooks, Carlos Carson, David McAtee, Tony the Tiger McDade, George Floyd, and many, many more. These are the people who have given their lives. They've been a teacher for us to learn how to rise up and really truly understand that there needs to be changes. I don't want to get political, but there needs to be peace. That's a big change, isn't it? So we're talking about that oneness. Now, these people are our teachers, just like Emma Curtis Hopkins, just like Ernest Holmes, but there are more teachers in our life. There are dozens of people who have taught us things that we might not even think of as teachers. And of course, my favorite grammar school teacher was Mr. Taylor. I just thought he was a very nice person. I don't know what I learned from him, but he was one of my favorite teachers. And you might have a favorite teacher as well. And these people are important to us because they have brought us to where we are now. So if we take a moment this morning and allow ourselves to just get quiet, I'm going to invite us into kind of not a meditation, but just a quiet time. So if you want to close your eyes, you can, but you don't have to. What we want to do is remember those people who have been our teachers in our lives. The school teachers that we had. Remember those people, and if you can think of one or two of them, say their names out loud into the room. Mr. Taylor, Mrs. Podriska, there are other teachers in our lives besides the ones we had in school. Teachers that come in different roles in our universe, like a spouse, a significant other, or maybe an ex-spouse. I learned so much from my ex-spouse. Whew. Maybe a friend, a pet. Animals can be great teachers. And people we don't even know. I'm going to tell you about a person that I don't know. I may not ever know, because this person taught me instantly how to turn my judgment around. He was a person driving his car, turning a corner, and I was in the nearest lane, and he was turning a corner this way. As he turned the corner, he gave me the 3-finger salute with only one finger. I had just started my Science of Mind classes, and I said, "Why, you interesting expression of God." I turned it around. I was about to call him a jerk, but I realized this is an interesting expression of God who's having quite a day. He taught me a lesson. That's one of my teachers. So let's take a moment to go into the silence again and just bring to mind people in your life, parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, family members. as well as others who may have been your teacher. And just speak their word, their name, out into the room. Mom, Dad, Aunt Harriet. Garland, Jerry, Nancy. Freightliner, Gucci, I invite you to place your hands over your heart, if you wish, to just kind of lock those names in there today. And just allow yourself to recognize their presence in your life, their part in helping you to grow into the person that you are now. Let's take that moment. You see, by doing this, we are honoring their contribution, their gifts that they have given us. And we have honored ourselves this morning by honoring the love that they showed us. Even though at times our teachers show us this kind of love without it looking like love. It's kind of disguised in something else. But just as Gilman sang this morning, there is only love. Only love. When we do this kind of thing, if you can remember people who, or know people who used to attend this center, who down through the years have contributed so much, say their names out into the room. Grace and Charles, absolutely. Dr. Ruth. Billy Daniels. Mm-hmm. Yes, all of these people have, I remember Billy Daniels selling us on these chairs. She was instrumental in getting us chairs in here. You see, every person who has come through the doors and has left again has left a gift behind. Every person who comes into our life gives us a gift that they have. And they give it away, they keep some for someone else, and they move on maybe out of our life. And we get the blessing of it. Isn't that absolutely amazing? Yeah. It's God coming into our life and blessing us and moving out again. Oh. Yeah, who built the back hall? Daniels. Yeah. And Audrey Nesvold. She's been around here since God was a puppy. Yeah, I just remember. I'm what? Susan Nelson, absolutely. Oh gosh, so many people. Hopi Reams. Mm-hmm. Isn't it fun to say their names and to remember some of the gifts that they left? Yeah, exactly. Wow, I can remember Audrey back in the day was one of the Sunday school teachers, and everyone would start here in the sanctuary, children, parents, everything. And Audrey, in the middle of service, Dr. Ruth had her order of service designed so that at a certain point in the middle of the service, Audrey would get up and all of the kids would follow her out the door.
How many?
Oh gosh, probably 40, 50 kids. It was an amazing amount. And we were always really happy that there were a few people left in the sanctuary. But all of those kids over there were separated by grade. They had so much good stuff going on. And Audrey left that gift here for us. It's so clear in my mind. I remember one Sunday when she took the kids out of the door and we were singing a song, and we got all done with the song, and Dr. Ruth was sitting over here, and I was going to introduce her. And I looked out at the audience, and I said, "Thank some of you for staying." It looked like everybody left. Oh, gosh. And what we can do, what do we do with this gift that we've been giving? How do we give our gift? That's the thing, you see. How do we embody that gift and take action and move it along? Well, what we get to do is actually embody it. Take that action. What are you called to do? Who are you called to be? Howard Thurman said, "Don't ask what the world needs, ask what makes you come alive and go do that, because what the world needs is people who have come alive." Yeah. So what makes you come alive? It might be decorating, it might be teaching, it might be music, it could be organizing, it could be most anything. But whatever it is that makes you come alive is the gift that you get to give to all of the people around you, including here in this center, including in the larger community of Redlands, including the whole state of California. Something that you do will bring a gift to everyone around you, in your family, your friends, all of it. How can that aliveness in you serve our CSL of Redlands? That's the question I want to give to you today, to take and think about that as you go through the week. What is that aliveness in you that will serve CSL Redlands, or will serve the city of Redlands, or will serve your family, or? What is the aliveness in you? You see, when we take that aliveness and we share it out into the world, and we hear the intuitive call within us that says, "I must go do this," what's happening is you're becoming someone's answered prayer. You are someone's answered prayer right now. This church is prayed for constantly. And so here you are answering a prayer. Pretty cool, huh? Other people are your answered prayer. Other gifts are your answered prayer. It just keeps going. So when we find people around us being that answered prayer, it's good to say their name. It's good to remember who they are, who they were in our lives. And it's good because the people in the third balcony here this morning are hearing all of this. And they are growing because we are growing. I firmly believe that. Call me crazy, but I believe it. So our call to action this week is commit to honoring the people who have come before us, no matter whether it's this church or an organization that we belong to, maybe Toastmasters. Let's honor the people who've come before us and given their gifts. And let's commit to honoring our ancestors. They might be family, they might be a spiritual family, they might be a family in the community, a family in an organization. But this also includes our early ancestors, maybe Native American, maybe European. Let's honor all of those people, say their names, and let their lives, the impact of their lives, always honor us and them and the divine. This will allow us to keep the memory of those people alive in us and keep those gifts alive in us so that we can remember to give those gifts to other people. Does that make sense? Yes. All right, that's our commitment for this week. You see, whatever we do ripples out from where we are, and it brings healing to the world. Think about it. Everything we do ripples out and brings healing to the world in some way. Ernest Holmes did that. Yeah. Everyone has an opportunity to be a world healer, to be the one that moves us forward into peace. What do you think about that? Yeah. So our affirmation for today. This affirmation has been flipping and flopping in my mind all week long, but I think we'll nail it down today. Today, I rise up and participate in life. I am someone's answered prayer. Yeah. So let's say that together. I'll say a portion and then you can. I rise up and participate in life. I am someone's answered prayer. Yes. Thank you all so much. Namaste.
So this is a new song for me. I found it in a book that was given to me by one of my teachers named Reverend Carrie. and I just thought, we both decided that it would just be a good song for today. I am called to be a healer for all humanity. I am called to be a dreamer, believe in what can be. I am called to be a maker, be an instrument of peace. I am called to be a giver, of abundance I receive. I am called to be a prayer, living out the truth I seek. called to be. You are called to be a mother, to nurture family. You are called to be a brother, be strength in times of need. You are called to be a neighbor, see a friend in all you meet. You are called to be a leader, to build community. You are called to be a prayer, living out the truth you seek. You are called to be everything. You are called to be, called to be the glory here on earth, so all might see all the love and all of the beauty that shines in you and me. I am the living, breathing God, and you are one in me. We're called to be. We are called to be the kindness, set the broken hearted free. We are called to be forgiveness, where pain has run too deep. We are called to be compassion, be the wind beneath each wing. We are called to make communion, only then can we succeed. We are called to be a prayer, living out the truth we see. We are called to be everything. We are called to be, called to be the glory here on earth, so all might see all the love and all of the beauty that shines in you and me. I am the living, breathing God, and you are one in me. We're called to be peace, called to be joy, called to be love, called to be peace, called to be joy, called to be love, called to be peace, called to be joy, called to be love, called to be. Thanks. Okay. Frankie. Can't hear. Can't hear you.
It's my pleasure to do the announcements because I was going to add one anyway. So here we go. Next Sunday, our beloved Brother Mark will be the guest speaker while Reverend Carrie takes the Sunday off. He will be speaking on boldly living a new story. Let's say that together. I am boldly living a new story.
A new story.
You won't want to miss this, and bring a friend. And that was part of my announcements, and it's real. Honestly, I never saw this before. Typed right here. And one of the things that dawned on me is, as this place was coming back together about 7 years ago, do you remember when the old air conditioning unit was out, and the person who lived right there behind the bushes worked in the, do you remember this, Joe? He worked in the Redlands Unified School District, maintaining the air conditioning units. And he had the exact amount of Freon at his garage that we needed to just get through whatever that summer couple weeks was. And then later on, a family came, and I'm going to bring the name and the photo of the family. In fact, David, you have it, but I'll get it for next Sunday. We're going to honor them and speak their name. They had come with a relative. It's the husband's mother, and I see them all in my face right now, but I can't do more than that for you except for see them all in my face. And the mother was a longtime Science of Mind person. And I remember she connected to us from the beginning of entering our sanctuary space. And at the end, do you remember she wanted to take a tour of this building, the back building? And she said, "What do you need?" And they had a foundation in their family, and they gifted $10,000 for the new air conditioning unit. And this is the demonstrations and manifestations that Reverend Carrie was speaking of. So while you were doing the talk, I couldn't help but add, tell a friend and bring a friend next week. I am literally crying, aren't you, from seeing people again? I mean, when you all came in, I wanted to cry. And there's a reason that pretty soon we'll allow people to watch on Zoom, but we're going to do everything from here. Within the next couple of weeks, it's all going to be live again. This is where life is lived. It's in person. I don't think anybody can deny that human beings are meant to be together. So I'm going to encourage you and invite you to tell a friend, bring a guest, and let's fill this place. And so the rest of the announcements, save the date for Sunday, June 20th. It's our Welcome Back celebration. It's also Father's Day. That's going to be to officially welcome back the wonderful members and friends of our center. We'll have a live band that day. Thank you, Gilman, for putting that together. And if you would like to participate and bring your own sack or potluck, your own lunch, bring that. We would love to break bread with you after service. This is Father's Day. So if you want to bring father, dad, bring that person with you that day. On the same day, come and enjoy our hour-long recital of the talented students of Becky Price's violin studio. And that'll be at 3 p.m. here in the center. So it's kind of fun. It's like her actual students performing for the loved ones of the students. Wednesday night service is your midweek spiritual boost with Reverend Dr. Renee Hart, and we really appreciate Renee. She did our meditation. She's a licensed CSL practitioner, and she's an independent minister, and we thank her for her service to our center. That's Wednesday nights from 7 to 8 p.m. on Facebook, and it's also on our YouTube channel. I'm going to also ask you, if you haven't subscribed or hit subscribe to the YouTube channel, please do. And if you have multiple people in your family, have everybody subscribe. Because I think we're at like 45. How many are we at?
I don't know how sure we are, but just tell them, go
cslredlands.org/YouTube.
Go there right now.
Go there right now. David's telling you for all the hundreds of people who watch remotely, just go there right now and click on subscribe. We have about half as many as we need. We need about 50 or 60 more people to click on subscribe. And this way we can have our own channel.
This way I don't have to put cslredlands.org/YouTube. I can make it youtube.com.
Okay, whatever David's saying, let's do that. Right? Okay, we're taking, and you want to play the video at the end? If people want to see it, they can. I mean, it's up to you guys. David did an amazing video, and part of it is to bring in our next spiritual leader. But honestly, part of it's, when you hear the parts of it that talk about Redlands, that can be deleted, and then it can just be played and changed all the time for us to let people know that at one time we had 40, and can you imagine seeing 40 to 50 kids in here? And wouldn't that be amazing? Let's hold that in our mind's eye again, because that's the type of center this place has been for almost 70 years in Redlands. It's served the community. And there's been times where we've had single families come in and they had 4 kids or 5, or one came in with 4 kids and the other came in with 3 kids, and we're like, oh my gosh, children's church is open. So if you want to be included in that, I guess what we're trying to say is let us know that you want to be included, and that you can either submit a photo, right, that you approve of, or if you want us to take your photo, let us know, okay? And that'll be something we use over time. For those of you watching online, our sanctuary is open for Sunday service. If you've been attending service on Zoom or YouTube, we're inviting you to come and meet us and see us again in person. And for your safety, we are following all the COVID safety precautions. I've got to tell you, I believe that more people are being fully vaccinated now than not. And so I'm going to encourage those people who have not to consider it and reconsider it and again reconsider it. And something I read last night, which I want to hear feedback from, including those watching remotely, is if you've not yet been vaccinated but you want to be, if we have more than 25 people sign up, just let us know. You can let me know, you can let Reverend Carrie know, you can let Debbie, you want to raise your hand in the office, know. If we get more than 25 people who will come, my understanding from reading an email is that even Rite Aid pharmacists will set up at your church a place to get this done. And so we could do that. If we have 25 people or more, we could then let the general community know, and that's another way we may be able to be of service to the general community. Okay? All right. And I think that might be everything. If you want to, I think that might be everything, except for Richard. Would you raise your hand? Richard's on our board. And he offered to help me in a beautification. We want about 3 to 5 people here who can help us to start to declutter as we're going to open. If you know how to paint or have a painter or know a professional painter who is willing to donate their time and be of service, you never know who we know, right? So think about who you know in your contacts. If you know anybody who can do a repaving of our driveway and wants to maybe donate that for a tax write-off, I don't know. All I know is the center's been here almost 70 years, and when we needed Freon, the person lived next door, and when we needed an air conditioner, that person came in. So I'm asking you, will you be willing to hold these things with me? Yeah. So we want to have a beautiful, clean, welcoming, fresh opening again, right? And be live to hug each other. Love you guys. See you next week.
Right. Now it is time for our offering. This is the time when we get to get the law of circulation working in our life. If you want to fill out one of these envelopes and put your offering in it, you'll find an envelope on one of the chairs nearby. And we have an offering bowl up here on the piano. What we know is that as we give, we also receive. Have you noticed that in your life? Oh boy, yeah, me too. And so that's the law of circulation. It just keeps going. As we give, we receive. As we receive, we give. You can donate to our center in various ways. One is by writing a check and mailing it. One is by writing a check and dropping it in our secure mailbox just outside that door. Or you can donate using PayPal, or Zelle, or Venmo, or you can go to our Facebook or to our website and click on the donate button. All of these are very easy ways to give to this Center for Spiritual Living. So if you will join me by taking your gift in your hand, you can hold it over your heart if you wish. If you are here with someone in the same household and want to hold hands with your gift, that would be great too. And let's repeat our offering affirmation. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It is evidence of my faith and my belief. It does great work in the world and returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is.
God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I need. Love is my source, love is my power, love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, love gives me everything I need. Peace is my source, peace is my power, peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, peace gives me everything I need. Love gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need.
Thank you, thank you. Well, Mark just remembered the name of the people who gave us the money for the air conditioner. I've forgotten the first names. Jolette Frankenberger. Jolette Frankenberger Family Trust. Yes, we thank them. We thank them. All right. Now we're going to move into our closing healing prayer. And if you have a prayer request, we are happy to receive that request. We have the little forms on the chairs, and you can fill this out. Tell us what you desire, not what the problem is, but what you desire, and fold it up and put it in the offering bowl. These are kept confidential and given to the practitioners so that they can pray for you every day through the week. You can't get a better deal than that. So be sure to fill out your prayer request should you have one. And for right now, we're going to move into a community closing healing prayer. So I'm going to invite you to sit comfortably in your chair. Mark is going to hold consciousness for us in the sanctuary. And I invite you to hold your hands palms up, showing receptivity. Take a nice big deep breath with me. And let's recognize the allness that is the divine, that infinite power that is God, that is the perfection of all that is. We recognize this power as unconditional love, as infinite wisdom, as absolute joy. It is all that is throughout the universe. And this power, this presence, this universal mind has created all of life out of its image and likeness. And so as we gaze upon every plant, animal, everything we can see and touch, smell, all of it has been created by this infinite power and presence. And so it has created us. We are creations of the divine. We are God as our name. And so in this oneness, in this knowingness that we are one with that infinite presence, I speak my word for each one of us here today, knowing that we are called to be so much more than we are in this moment. And whatever it is that makes us come alive allows us to awaken to a greater magnificence that is bursting forth from us. It already is there. And so I know that every step we take forward into this day, into this week, into all of the coming days before us, every step is a step into that divine purpose that we are here to be. We are stepping into our gift that we are to give. And I know that this Center for Spiritual Living right here where we are is a divine gift that has been handed to us. And so we share this gift with everyone around us. We know that people are attracted to this center because this center is a divine idea, a high idea in the mind of the infinite. And so I know for each one of us, as we move through this day, we bless every person that we see. We bless everyone we come in contact with. And we bless them with the gift of our smile, the gift of our beingness, the gift of the divine that is who we are. I speak my word this morning for every church, every house of worship in this community and beyond. For I know that each individual in every house of worship is worshiping the same divinity that we are. And they are all created from the image and likeness of the divine. And so we bless every form of worship on this planet, knowing that we coexist in a field of peace and harmony. I speak my word for every family in our center and beyond, that every person in every family is whole and perfect and complete. And every person in every family is lifted up to a higher vibration that allows them to receive more good into their life, be it money or relationship or love or whatever is needed is already there for them. It is already there. I speak my word for everyone throughout this community and beyond who finds themselves without shelter. And I know that shelter is already making its way to them and they to it. There is something happening for our unsheltered friends, brothers and sisters and children. And this something is that they are blessed and attracted to that perfect way of being safe and warm and secure, completely fed and completely blessed with all that is needed. I am so grateful to know that as I speak my words, they are being acted upon by that infinite creative intelligence that is God. And I know that every desire of every heart is already in place in that divine intelligence. And we recognize it and allow everyone to be fulfilled and uplifted and healed. And so in this knowing, I give deep gratitude for that intelligence that we call the law, God, love. It's doing its perfect work right here and right now, and everything is being manifested in absolute perfection and peace. And so we allow that to happen as we release these words into that law and know that God is doing its perfect work all the time. And so I release and I let it be, and we can say with joy together, and so it is. So it is. Whew.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me know that love is all around. Let me know that love is all around me. Oh, let me know that love is all around. Let me know that love is all around. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me live 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 in a holy, holy way. Let me learn from all the ways I fail. Let me learn from all the ways I fail. And let me know that love can heal us all. Let me know that love can heal us all. Let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. 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 And let me share the good that's overflowing. Let me share all the good that's overflowing. And let me care for those around the world. Let me care for those around the world. Let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Let me live in a holy, holy way. And let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Dave? Thanks.